We are back on Morning Line. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday. We're talking with Morris Beegle. He is the producer of the Annual Southern Hemp Festival. It's annual now. It's coming back. You signed a 2-year deal to come back, right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
It's at the fairgrounds. It is cool. You know, the other part about walking around in there is you walk in, and it's also colorful. There's interesting things. It's not all about coming in and getting stoned, which is not anything happening there because everything there is legal. But there is a bohemian feel to it at times. And one reason is I'm a tie-dye guy, and I bet you love some tie-dye boots.
Oh, I do. And we'll have tie-dye there.
Yeah, oh, I know. But a lot of other stuff and a lot of serious stuff. I remember biodegradable hemp bags, the garbage bags, last time I was there. Something that was made, the plastics or whatever was made of it. And the whole idea is it's not just, I mean, it works like a hefty bag, but once you're done, it goes to a landfill or whatever, it deteriorates. It's just green.
Right.
That's what's so great about it. Let's take a phone call from Mike. Mike, good morning. Hi, Mike.
Hey there, how you doing today?
Good. What's on your mind?
I was just wondering, I know some states that have legalized marijuana that you can have you can grow some plants for yourself. And I was just wondering if hemp has the same rules. Can you grow your own, like 1 or 2 plants for yourself?
Actually, not in Colorado. So if you're to grow, and people will grow hemp instead of marijuana, but you can grow 6 plants individually.
Marijuana plants in Colorado.
But if you're technically going to grow hemp, you have to register with the Department of Agriculture, and that's the way it is everywhere. So it's almost like marijuana is more legal than hemp in that regard, which is another one of these things where you scratch your head and it's like, why is that?
Yeah, that's.
But, so me and my girlfriend are growing plants, hemp plants, on our porch, and it's really just more for aesthetics and so forth. But if we just say that they're marijuana plants, but they're actually hemp plants, and it's like we're just doing it because we want to have some hemp plants out on the porch.
Yeah, well, I remember, but as far as his question in Tennessee, and I don't know all the very specifics, you're right, you have to register, but you had a booth there, and there were representatives from the Tennessee Department of Agriculture, where a lot of these folks, like my friend who owns the berry farm, got the information on how to register to legally get the seeds to plant. Now, I suppose individuals can do that as well. I mean,
you can.
And would you be able to purchase any of the hemp seeds at the expo? Do you know any of
Yeah, so
to grow.
There will be genetics companies there, and if you want to buy hemp seeds or clones, which is, instead of planting a seed, you just buy the little starter plants and plant those.
So someone like Mike could come to that, and I'm just curious if he's still there. Mike, would you be thinking, Mike, of trying to just grow a few of the hemp plants yourself, and would it be something you would want to then process and use, or perhaps have the smokable flower?
Absolutely, that's what I would do, just process and use my own.
Yeah, listen,
buying it.
I hear you. Look, I have a friend of mine who is doing exactly what he's saying. Actually, it's a friend, and I'm not going to reveal it because she's growing actually marijuana. Yeah. Okay, but she's tired of paying these high prices. But she's set up her own little greenhouse in her garage and set it up and she processes it all herself. She makes her own gummies. I mean, you can do it. Cannabis is a weed, isn't it? Literally, we call it weed.
Sure.
It is a weed.
It is.
And so it's not hard to grow, is it?
No, well, I would say that it's not as easy to grow really good material as one might think. Okay. But it grows pretty easily. Yeah. But you still need to take care of it and give it some love.
Okay, like any kind of plant, I suppose. Proper water and sun. But yeah, Mike, if you get a chance, again, at the expo, as I recall, they have all the information there for you. I'm not sure, but to register it as it is.
And we'll have the Department of Agriculture there, so you can ask questions to them. They've got a booth, and Charlie Hatcher, the Commissioner of Ag, will be there. He's going to speak, and there'll be lots of representatives from the Department of Agriculture, and they're the ones to ask questions to.
I think that's great. And Ag's been there in the past too, I believe. Yeah. And I remember talking to them, and their idea was they're very much behind the hemp aspect because they're like, this is an alternative crop for struggling farmers.
For sure.
That's why they were there. They're like, this is good economically.
Right. And this is one of the reasons that we chose Tennessee, because Tennessee's ag department is very supportive of the hemp industry. Yeah, they were like Colorado is as well. And we went to North Carolina last year, and I will say the North Carolina Department of Agriculture is not near as supportive as Tennessee. And there's a lot of great farmers in North Carolina. There's a lot of great hemp companies, but their Department of Agriculture and their government overall has not shown the support compared to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee is one of the best states in the South, if not the best state. So
that's great.
Good for Tennessee, good for Dr. Charlie Hatcher and everybody over there. They're doing a great job and they're supporting their farmers.
Yeah, and that's one reason you're back here.
Correct.
Which is where you'd like to. So we'll take another call here. Tom, good morning. Are you there, Tom?
Yes. How you doing, Nick?
Good. What's on your mind, buddy?
Well, we've sat and had this conversation many a times.
Yeah.
And, I told you before, I do a lot of pain medication. I have to live on pain meds.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been smoking marijuana for 55 years.
Wow.
The marijuana does me more good than the pain medication does.
Mm-hmm.
But legally, I can't smoke marijuana. And it's illegal, but yet I'm having to take the pain medication. I like to get away from it and go stay with the marijuana. But our legislation, our law here in Tennessee does not want this done because I'm sure the biggest majority of them bought into this pharmaceutical operation. And when, that's what's stopping Tennessee from getting it legalized. And there's other stuff out here, like a wild lettuce. That's morphine.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild out here, just like in the yard, and get it and cook it, do what you got to do to process it, and it's just as good as pain meds.
Have you tried?
It's not illegal.
Hey, Tom, have you tried any of the Delta 8 or Delta 9? I guess cannabis compounds.
Matter of fact,
now, do those
yes,
work? Do they work at all? Because that's legal, and in a way, it's pretty much
it is
the same, isn't it?
But I have one lung.
Mm-hmm.
And that smoking the vapes and stuff is a lot harder on my lungs.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Smoking the flower.
Gotcha. Okay, so maybe, I'm not familiar with 8 and 9. Is that only through vape? I'm not sure. You can get bud for that. Because if he has one lung, I don't think he needs to be smoking anything. Can you get Delta 8 and 9 in gummies and such?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That would be the best way to really consume that and not smoke it. With the Delta 8 flower, all they're doing is taking flower and then they're spraying a material on it. It's like being sprayed with the compound.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're not growing Delta 8 flower. They're growing hemp flower and then they're spraying it with this synthesized material
that's legal, but that material that's been synthesized will get you high, and yet somehow it's a loophole.
Correct.
I didn't know that.
The best way to consume that would be through a gummy or a chocolate or
especially
caramel.
For someone like
absolutely.
him. Yeah, dude. Don't smoke, but you should give those a try and see. Obviously, deal with it with your doctor a lot. But that's what I'm talking about. Someone who's taken opioid pain meds and he knows he gets more relief from marijuana, but he can't buy it legally. He doesn't want to be on the street buying it, not knowing what he's getting. It's just wrong.
Yeah,
it's wrong on so many levels. It just ticks me off. The part about what you're saying. There's confectioners there at the expo. I mean, you're walking along going, wow, look at all those chocolates. It's chocolate-infused hemp products, right?
Oh, for sure. We've got CBD-infused olive oil. We've got hemp spices. We're going to have lots of hemp foods at the
I remember I was there. I had a hemp taco, I think, or CBD taco or something. You had a taco stand that was rocking it. You know what is a product that I think it was very expensive for what it was, but it's the nature of it, is CBD-infused honey.
Yep. And
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. We'll have that there, too.
Wow. I mean, if you have natural honey, CBD-infused honey, and you put that in your morning tea or whatever, something along those lines, the foods, there's all kinds of restaurants that have opened now that are CBD-infused beer, and that's kind of just gone off the charts, hasn't it, now?
And CBD-infused seltzers and vodkas and all kinds.
Okay, now that's getting more to where it's just marketing.
It is.
I mean, how much is really in there? Would you even know it? Would you notice it?
Does it have any real benefit, or is it just marketing?
Okay.
And of course,
well, that's part of it.
Marketers are part of our industry as well.
All right, as we just have our remaining moments here, I wanted to just go over what else would you like to touch on people should know about the expo. We'll put that information back up, but it starts today, and it's not just about, you know, the CBD, the smoking, the tincture, and all that. It's business and on screens, the details you need to know, but I mean, consumer product development. If you're thinking you want to get involved in this as some kind of side hustle, or you know, you want to just jump into it as a new business for yourself.
Sure, it's open to everybody. Tomorrow is really more of a B2B day, so if you have any business interests, that's really the day to focus on. Saturday is open to the general consumer. Anybody can come. We've got an open area courtyard that's going to have a stage. We've got live music. We've got food trucks. We've got lots of different types of hemp foods. And if you just want to come out and have a cheap ticket, there's also a bunch of free tickets around town at various CBD dispensaries and so forth. But you know, everybody's invited. Come find out all the great benefits of hemp, because there's many. And it's too many to sit here and talk about in a 1-hour show.
Yeah, some of it will just surprise you. Oh, it is too much. But just walking around the expo, it's kind of in the area where the flea market is, those buildings that are indoors. It's comfortable and nice, right?
Yeah, they're brand new buildings. Yeah, it's really a nice venue.
Yeah, it is nice. I mean, yeah, you've got the soccer stadium right there. Have you been out there now and taking a look? Since you've last been here, I mean, it's changed a lot out there.
Right.
But there's parking. Make your way out there. But all kinds of, you can meet the farmers, producers, processors, private label manufacturers, you know, all the CBD brands, retail wholesale buyers, sellers, nonprofit advocacy groups will be there as well.
Yeah.
So I can come out.
You can come out. Press is welcome.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's okay if I come out, and there will be tie-dye.
There will be some tie-dye. We've got some really cool tie-dye shirts from a company called Hemp Zoo. Thanks to Jason in California.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fabric's hemp.
Oh yeah.
I've got to buy that.
Yeah.
You know, the hemp. You can't tell. Whether it's hemp
again, this
or
is Patagonia. Patagonia is
it's a great brand.
International brand.
Yeah.
Levi's is putting it back in their jeans now. Adidas and Nike have got hemp shoes. So there's major brands that are incorporating hemp materials.
So they may blend it with cotton or whatever, or something. You have a cotton hemp blend.
It's a blend.
But you can't smoke your shirt.
You can't smoke your shirt. It won't get you high. But you can take your Clorox and you can sit there and sniff that underneath your sink and you can get high.
See, there you go. As you were saying, if you want to get stupid, there's all kinds of things you can do in your house. You just don't want to go that way.
Right.
But again, the emphasis on this morning is not just, it's not about getting high. That's not what even the side of your business is about. But the expo, it is neat. I will be out there hopefully tomorrow just to walk around and check it out. I always end up buying something.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the part of it. A lot of people have made money on hemp, CBD. It's this burgeoning business. Morris, you're a good man.
Thank you, Nick. You're a good man. I appreciate you coming on air and talking about this to your audience.
Sure.
And being honest and being real.
I've learned a lot. Yeah, exactly. You educate and don't just say, oh, well, I heard on the radio, or this I read on the internet. Educate and go and check it out yourself, right? And I appreciate you doing this. You're an entrepreneur and you try to spread the word and at least educate. So keep up the good work. We'll see you out there, and I hope you get a good crowd out there this through the weekend, all right?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Take a break. Be back to wrap things up, everyone, right after this. Stay with us.